Good morning, class. Today, we're going to dive into the exciting world of startups. As young Filipinos, you might have heard this term thrown around, especially in the bustling streets of Makati or the tech hubs of Cebu. But what exactly is a startup, and why should you care? Let's begin with the concept of a startup. Imagine you and your barkada have a brilliant idea for a new app that helps jeepney riders find the quickest routes. You're not just dreaming about it, you're actually building it. That, my dear students, is the essence of a startup. It's a young company, usually founded by one or more entrepreneurs, that aims to develop a unique product or service and bring it to market. Now, startups aren't just small businesses like your neighborhood sari store. They're designed to grow rapidly, often fueled by innovation and technology. Think of Grab, which started as a small taxi booking app in Malaysia, and is now a super app used across Southeast Asia, including right here in the Philippines. But starting a startup isn't as simple as having a great idea and launching it. There's a whole life cycle that these young companies go through. It's like the life cycle of a butterfly, but instead of caterpillar to chrysalis to butterfly, we have stages like ideation, validation, growth, and maturity. In the ideation stage, our jeepney app creators are brainstorming, researching, and planning. They're asking questions like, will people actually use this? And how can we make it better than existing options? Next comes validation. This is when they might create a simple version of their app and test it with a small group of users in, say, Quezon City. They're looking for feedback and proof that their idea has potential. If all goes well, they enter the growth stage. The app starts gaining users across Metro Manila, maybe expanding to Cebu and Davao. The team grows. They might seek funding from investors, and they're constantly improving their product. Finally, if they're successful, they reach maturity. The app becomes a household name, used by commuters all over the Philippines. At this point, they might even consider expanding to other countries or adding new features to stay competitive. But here's the thing, class. Not all startups make it to maturity. In fact, many don't. That's why it's crucial to understand the key elements that make a startup successful. First and foremost is a strong, innovative idea. Your startup needs to solve a real problem or fulfill a genuine need. Our jeepney app, for instance, addresses the daily struggle of millions of Filipinos trying to navigate our complex public transportation system. Secondly, you need a passionate and skilled team. A lone genius rarely builds a successful startup. You need people with different skills. Programmers, designers, marketers, all working together towards a common goal. Thirdly, adaptability is crucial. The business landscape can change rapidly, especially in a dynamic country like the Philippines. Successful startups are those that can pivot when necessary, adjusting their product or business model based on market feedback and changing conditions. Fourthly, funding is often essential. While some startups can bootstrap their way to success, many need external investment to grow. This could come from angel investors, venture capitalists, or even government programs aimed at fostering innovation in the Philippines. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, is perseverance. Building a startup is not for the faint of heart. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But the most successful entrepreneurs are those who can weather these storms and keep pushing forward. As we wrap up our discussion today, I want you to remember that the startup landscape is full of opportunities, especially here in the Philippines. We're a nation of creative problem solvers, and there's no shortage of challenges waiting for innovative solutions. Who knows? Maybe the next big Filipino startup will come from one of you in this very classroom. Whether it's revolutionizing agriculture in creating sustainable fashion solutions in tea, or developing new fintech for unbanked Filipinos, the possibilities are endless. So, my dear students, keep your eyes open, your minds curious, and your spirits brave. The world of startups is waiting for you to make your mark. Maraming salamat, and I look forward to seeing what incredible ideas you'll come up with in the future.